Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Hope everybody's well. So listen, this presentation that you're about to see all centers around captures that we got in March of 2024. This presentation was actually slated to go out last week, but because of the captures we got with those morphing and splitting, whatever those things were that we covered in the Dodger Stadium flyover, we sort of switched out the order of the presentations because we wanted to get that one out to you. So, and also the point of this presentation is to demonstrate the variability with regard to the composition, the presentation of these things, as well as the behavior or I guess you could say performance of these things. Many times we've referred to them as aerial cuttlefish conceptually because they seem to change and morph. And this presentation shows how different they can look. It seems like we're dealing with multiple different types of things. So check it out, see for yourself, enjoy, and comment. Let us know what you think. Thanks. All right, here we go. This is the first one. I called these pencils before when we captured them. You see how fast they move. And they're thin and there's no obvious sign of propulsion. They're interesting. That's why we're starting off with this one. I love it actually. And this is what it looks like. It's not a lot there, but okay, here's the next. So this one is really fascinating because it seems to do like a number 5 or an S, and it seems like it's just sort of floating around, but wait till you see it in real speed. Look at that. That's crazy fast. And the G-force implications are bananas. And again, that's it. That's a screenshot of it. This one, top left, swoops down. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of these we're going to see where these things come and find an airplane. And again, in real time, it's just almost imperceptible. They're so fast. And then if you take a screenshot of it, there's no wings, no anything. I mean, who knows what that thing is? And here's another one, sort of a traditional fast flyer. And I mean, that speed's just nuts. And this looked two different ways. It looked like this in part of it with these sort of like portholes. And then in another stage in that same video, it looked like that. So, I mean, that's what we talk about when we say morphing and aerial cuttlefish. Now this, I'm sort of calling an amoeba just because it looks like that. Obviously it isn't. But again, it's fast and you take a screenshot of it and that's what it looks like. Not much. But again, no wings, no visible sign of propulsion. And here's another amoeba. It's even faster. The plane in this one is higher up in the screen and we just cut it out because it was pointless. The point is this thing's moving so fast. And that's, it was in 4 frames and that's the best frame. So that's that. Here's another one of those more traditional fast flyers. This color, this weird brown orange copper tone thing is a recurring theme. We'll touch on it again later, but yeah, hopping through. And these are all at 60 frames per second. Hopping through. Yeah, and take a screenshot of it and that's what it looks like. It looks like a bean. This one's interesting. I mean, they're all interesting, but I also like how there's like a canvas with the cloud cover and the shadowing. But yeah, this thing just zips in and out. Looks kind of like a fly. Who knows? And then, we wanted to include something to give you some perspective. And this is a bird. And that's a bird in real time. And that's a screenshot of a bird. And it was in every single frame, whether fast or slow, versus these things. So the thing that's coming down from the left has this weird sort of wing motion to it. And every time we see one of those, it's also in conjunction with the fast flyer. And here's another one. And the reason we're focusing on this one is because this thing did a flyby on me while I was videoing it. It's in 1 frame, and there it is. and I felt it. It basically, its energy touched me. I could feel it, and this is the one frame. Unnerving. Was not a pleasant experience. And we're ending with this one because it's super dynamic. There's a lot going on here. So you see an amoeba fly by, the amoeba changes colors, then there's some light orbs shooting around. A couple come from the top, and then a couple come from the bottom. Then one of those, like what looks like a fly but clearly isn't a fly, comes from the top down. Yeah, so there's a lot going on in this video. There's the one coming down that looks like a fly, and then one comes from left to right that also looks like a fly but isn't a fly. And then here's the video one more time and real time. And so these are the captures just from that last helicopter video. And there's 5 of them. And once we get to the last one, then we're just going to go in reverse and look at the specific captures. So that's the one that was too close for comfort, if you ask me. Then there's an actual bird. Another one that looks like a fly. Then we had the bean. And then we had a couple of the amoebas. Yeah, and then we had this one that's changed in the middle of it, and it looked like both that and this. And then we had this one that did that big looping around, and then this is the one that did the S and pulled like a million G's. And then there's this one, which was like a pencil or a disc or a cylinder or some sort that had no obvious sign of propulsion. So there you have it, folks. And that's like 15 screenshots of different presentations, and 3 or 4 of them, not counting the actual bird, like 3 or 4 of them had wings. So 20, 22%, 25%, something like that. If you saw something in the sky and 25% of them had rotors, you wouldn't be like, they're all helicopters. You'd be like, something else is up there. And that's sort of the way I'm viewing this. But fascinating. And then the way they can maneuver, the G's they can pull and handle, the performance is just outrageous. And they look fascinating and cool too. So it's just more to ponder, more to consider, but also more to acknowledge. Thanks for joining us. Take care.